Demonstration, we welded both bottom halves first. Usually it doesn't matter. Sometimes there are requirements though. So again, read that WPS or ask whoever's administering the welding test. Do a little quick inspection. Make sure you've got the root pass in there and everything tied in like it needs to be. Tip for when that keyhole just gets out of hand. This comes from a previous video I did a good while back, but I think it's applicable here. Sometimes that keyhole you're too hot. You've estimated your amperage wrong and the keyhole just gets too big. It's good to stop instead of just keep fighting it. Sometimes it's good to stop and then restart just ahead of it. Get everything going good again. And then what happens there is now you have more mass, more heat sink, and then you come back with a grinder or a file, if it's pipe, half round file, and you feather it just like this. And then long arc it a little bit going in there, heat it up, get a keyhole in again, push that keyhole up, and get everything tied in there. It's much easier to fix a little too large a keyhole like this than it is to just keep fighting a keyhole sometimes. That's been my experience anyway. On a welding test like this, sometimes a grinder's allowed, sometimes it's not. Sometimes they just give you a half round file and that's it. If you're going to use a grinder, you definitely want to be really careful and avoid getting grinding scratches like this outside the bevel. We didn't really have the right grinding wheel here for this video. We're trying to get by with a flap disc and use the rigid part of it just to kind of clean up that root pass, but I noticed this when editing, so I thought I would mention it. I want to talk just for a minute about body positioning. It's not such a huge deal on the 6010 root because you're only welding a quarter of it at a time, so you don't really have to reposition. But now that we're going to get at the 7018, we want to make a pass all the way from bottom to top. All right, take a dry run on it and I'll see if I can.
Okay, so I'm going to strike it. I'm going to strike it here. I'm going to come down to it.